In my study, I analyzed the green definition. It represents the first step of my final results because at the end I will study the foreign direct investment from China to Europe in the green sector, and to create an in-depth analysis it is necessary to have a clear idea about green activities. To study green activities I started from the handbook that was published from 1999 to 2011, and they are handbook about green and about the general idea of green that was published by European Union. In this case, I create keywords and I understand the meaning of green, and at the end of the study I use it to create a categorization of green, because in the first part it is important to understand which are the idea and goods and services that we consider green. And on the second hand, we use it to create a categorization. To create the categorization, I started from the Ateco list, that is an Italian economic list about economic activities. And following the past study, I use the keyword to catch the most relevant codes that represent green, and following this approach I found about 100 indicators. But during the work I met some codes that represent not really green, and for this reason I'm working with the engineering area to understand better the features of these codes, and to improve the quality of my research, I'm working with Chinese students to create a unique categorization, because, as I said, my final goal is to understand and to study the OFDI from China to Europe. And in this case, I studied the European definition, but to drive the OFDI, it is necessary to study also the Chinese definition of green. And for this reason, I work with Chinese students. At the end, I would like to create a unique categorization of green to point out the difference and the equality between these both lists, and create the best code list to study and drive the OFDI.